What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this one, I'm going to be continuing to show you how to make Bendy and the Ink Machine Chapter 1 in Minecraft. This is part 9, and in this one we're going to be finishing off this entire room here along with the Easter egg back here. And we're also going to be starting off and laying out the entirety of this room here. We don't really get any details in other than like the wall stuff, but yeah, that is all. So with that being said, enjoy the tutorial and I will catch you on the flip side. Alrighty, so for this part, we want to start on the opening here out of the hallway we've been kind of working around. It's going to be this opening with the strip jungle right here. It should have strip jungle on the bottom as well, which the other one does not. It's next to the room we just did as well. So if you head down into this area, you want to start by getting out the following materials. Chiseled bookshelves, stripped oak wood. I don't know why I just opened my inventory. That was not useful. Oak doors. Unfortunately, a singular oak plank. That is always annoying. Spruce planks. Stripped jungle wood. Don't know why I'm grabbing them in this order. This is totally illogical, but that's okay. Oak stairs. Okay, then we need more than one oak plank. I guess I lied. Block of coal. And structure voids might make the most sense. Might. We're gonna get them out. You should have them already. If not, you can just kind of aimlessly block back in the direction of this doorway, and you should get them. So if you are looking at this doorway, you want to start on the, we're going to say the left side, and you want to bring this strip jungle back with 4 chiseled bookshelves, just facing outwards again. Then behind that, a strip jungle wood facing up. From there, you will go left with 5 chiseled bookshelves, and then another strip jungle wood facing up. Extend this one back with a chiseled bookshelf that's going to face into it. You want to make sure this one does face into it. I think that's the only direction that would work. And then behind that, you'll place an oak plank in the floor. On top of that, you want an oak door with the handle facing into that chiseled bookshelf. Behind that, you'll have another chiseled bookshelf facing away from the door. And then one more, actually. And then an upward facing strip jungle. You will then place 4 chiseled bookshelves and an upward facing strip jungle again, okay? You're then going to go right with 5 chiseled bookshelves, strip jungle wood, again facing up, they all will. And then I'm going to say 2 block of coal, 2 chiseled bookshelves, and then another strip jungle wood. Then you're going to place 5 chiseled bookshelves, strip jungle wood, then extend forward with 8 chiseled bookshelves, and then I'm going to say 2 strip jungle woods facing up just because the corner will be the second one. And then you'll go left with 5 chiseled bookshelves, strip jungle wood facing up, and then you should be able to connect forward with 4 chiseled bookshelves. This room is particularly odd. None of it will really make sense. I want to start with the back wall, though, because I think this one will make the least sense. So we can, I guess first we can start by bringing each stripped jungle wood up by 3. That'll just give us some basic framing and will kind of help us to identify different sections and stuff, because there's a couple that are particularly important in this beginning. Also, hopefully everyone is having a good day or night. I am for the most part. As I mentioned, I want to start with this back middle. You want to go left to right on top of this row, and you want to place a chiseled bookshelf, block of coal, 2 chiseled bookshelves. Going left to right on the next row, you'll do block of coal, stripped oak wood, block of coal, stripped oak wood. The stripped oak should face upwards. And then next row will be 2 block of coal and then 2 stripped oak wood. Going down from this row, you'll place block of coal under the leftmost 3, and then an oak plank under the right one, which will look like this. That's not the only oak plank. Actually, we already used the other one, so yeah. You want to then go out from either side of that lowest row, with 4 oak stairs that'll be kind of rows facing towards each other. Just like so. And then at the end, you'll have oak stairs facing essentially towards the back wall, which will make them curl in. They don't connect here. There's a light in the middle, hence why we do it that way. You can, between these and down a row at the back, you'll just fill in that very back row with block of coal. You'll extend the block of coal forward with one on the left, and the rest of the center between these stairs you'll fill in with oak planks. And I will go all the way just for fun. The first full row of oak planks here, like furthest, I guess that's technically the middle of the entire floor if you have 5 rows like I do. You're going to place a row of oak stairs facing towards the back wall like so. Will probably be more important later. The rest of the floor you can fill in with spruce planks. There's technically one exception, however, but I'm not going to worry about it. I just want to start by filling in the floor with spruce planks, because I feel like that one exception doesn't matter enough for us to make a huge old deal about it. This room is a challenging one to make for sure. Also, don't fill over here like between the stairs. You want to leave that whole area open. But it was challenging to get that design in the middle right, and just for everything to proportionately work while trying to give some sort of detail. Also, that might legitimately be the most annoying part. You'll see why later, but it was not fun to get to work. There are 2 segments that are different and the rest work the same. So the one with the door, you're taking each chiseled bookshelf and extending it up with 3 stripped oak wood, along with the door up with 2. Fairly self-explanatory. Every other chiseled bookshelf you are extending up with 1 additional chiseled bookshelf, except for on the back right. On the back right, you should have a row of 5 here, and the middle one of that row of 5, you want to place a structure void instead. There will be a painting off of that later, just we're not there yet. But yeah, it should look like this. You'll then place 2 stripped oak wood on top of each of those chiseled bookshelves. Do just leave open over that structure void for now. I'll explain that in like 2 seconds. I mean, it'll be more than 2 seconds, but you get the point. It's basically 2 seconds. Just like this. Yeah, I'm hoping we can finish these rooms, and the next part will be, like, the final room up here, and then start working down, I think. Well, I guess we have the closets, too. But those will take, like, 3 seconds each. You should have this. Over that structure board, you'll place another structure board, and then just place a stripped oak wood on top to fill in the ceiling. There's a little Easter egg back there, which we'll make later? We could totally make it now. We should make it now, I think. First off, I do want to, I think, get the rest of this room kind of situated. So if you take the back left-hand corner of this room, this spruce plank, you want to count forward by 2 and replace that spruce plank with a block of coal. Right of it on top of this one, you'll place 4 strip jungle wood. Next up is some fairly basic framing. So essentially, I'm just going to take each strip jungle wood that is like in the center of the walls and extend it up by 1, which is going to be all of these, essentially. I'll leave that front right one open, but essentially you should have 5, I think. And you want to essentially just bring all of these across and connect. Now, it's easy here, like at the front, you're bringing these across, and obviously you're connecting this and creating a giant rectangle here. Technically, you don't need the back because it'll be over the wall, but either way, this one you do need. So you have, I guess, a U like so. The strip jungle on the left, you'll just bring through the right, and I'm actually going to make these facing left to right, just because that's how I have it originally, and it'll give you this kind of framing. It's a little weird, but it's alright, it works, so. And again, you're going to have to just pretend there's a pillar on the right. There isn't one because there's a light in the ceiling, and I guess that's enough reason. I don't really know. Off the center of the strip jungle here, this like middle row of 4, you're placing upside down oak stairs facing forward. The left and right ones you're bringing back with upside down oak stairs that face outwards until you just connect into the back wall. Kind of want to just hit all of our baselines before we take a quick break from this room to do that secret room. I think that is all of our boundaries, yeah. Get rid of your structure voids. Block of coal. Oak doors. And I guess spruce planks, and get out oak slabs. Black concrete. Barriers and oak signs, and we can do this room here. So if you just kind of head to the other side of this wall, I would recommend making these chiseled bookshelves facing sideways. I apologize, I didn't think about that. I'll just have all of them face sideways because I think it makes more sense that way. Although it's not necessarily a huge deal, but you don't want to be able to see the black part of that block. If you're looking at the hole, you're going to take the second chiseled bookshelf to the right and extend this one back with 4 chiseled bookshelves. Strip jungle wood, obviously facing up. 2 chiseled bookshelves. Oak slab. Chiseled bookshelf, and then an upward facing strip jungle again. To the left of this, you're going to take this strip jungle right here, and you're going to extend it back with 4 chiseled bookshelves. Strip jungle wood. 4 oak planks, and then a strip jungle wood again. Connect those back strip jungle woods together with chiseled bookshelves, and from here I think everything should be fairly explanatory or self-explanatory because these walls are normal. You're extending each chiseled bookshelf up with 3 stripped oak wood, and then the oak planks and the strip jungle wood are being brought up with 3 oak planks. Do not forget the hole in the wall because that is important. I'll just leave that panel open for now, actually. I think that works. So with this panel, I'm going to take the chiseled bookshelf to the left of the oak slab, and on top of it, place an upside down oak stair facing right. The one to the right of the slab I'll bring up with 2 stripped oak wood, and then left with an upside down oak stair facing left, and the rest of this panel can be filled in with stripped oak wood. Black off the back of this with black concrete. Place a barrier in the dead center, and then have oak signs off the barrier and the 2 stairs, and then that row of 2 oak signs can be brought right by 1 as well. I guess now's a good time to fill in the floor with oak planks a block below the walls. Might be viable. I'm going to actually go under this oak slab here this time, because this room is only lit by a candle, and I feel like that's funny to keep it that way. Only reason. We have to have a little bit of comedy, come on now. Get rid of the things we just got out, actually. So the barriers, the oak signs, the oak slabs, and the black concrete. And actually also get rid of the strip jungle wood. We shouldn't need that. And you want to get out an armor stand? We'll need one again later, but we're not going to place that one. You'll see why. Player head, a candle, and something to light the candle with, which I'm going to go with a fire charge because it's funnier. If I could find fire charges. I don't know where they are. Right here. I think that works. I don't know. I've never tried it. In this room, you want to take... We're going to take that oak slab at the back left just because. And you want to count right from it by 3 and forward by 1 and place an armor stand here with a player head on it. If you're in Bedrock, you want to crouch and just click on him once, and he should kind of stand in a regular pose. This is the Meatly guy, which is the company that made... or the developers that made Bendy. From this armor stand, you'll count forward diagonally left by 1, place a candle, light it on fire. Whoa! Yeah, light it on fire. I didn't realize it made a sound. That's crazy. Yet again, get rid of what you just used, which is the fire charges, candles, player head, and armor stand. And you want to get out. Painting might be useful to block this off. Oh yeah, beehives. I keep forgetting those. We do need them. Blackstone... stairs. Just confirming that, yeah. Oak fences, and I'm going to leave this open because I might decide to get something that I'm not positive of us needing right now, so. What you want to do is, for the ceiling of actually both of these rooms, you want to place beehives facing the way they've been facing still, yeah. When you're doing the... Make sure that's actually the way they're facing, yeah. When you're doing the center room here, leave this back center panel open. We're gonna want to just... Because we need to... What do we need to do with that? Something. We need to do something with that. But yeah, that one doesn't actually have a ceiling. It's like a pipe or something above it. I don't know what it's fueling, but... Oh my god, Joey. What were you doing? Is that what he says? He says something like that. I don't remember what Mr. Henry says, but it's something like that. Anybody feel free to educate me in the comments, because I don't remember. I have played Batum once, actually twice technically, in the past like year. Once for a Twitch room and once as I was building this. Which would only have been chapter 1, but I mean, this is chapter 1 that I'm talking about, so. Anyway, yeah, it should look like this, probably. You don't want to really be able to see through this, so you just want to place a 1x2 painting off of the structure voids, which you should be able to. If you're not having, or if you're not able to, like if this is like 4 years in the future and they remove that feature for some reason, or if you're in Java and that doesn't work, you can just cry about it. No, you can just replace it with oak signs or trapdoors or something instead of the structure voids, and just have them to the side so you can still walk through, obviously. Nice. Anyway, so for the hole in the ceiling, we actually have some decorating to do with it. You want to get out strip jungle wood again. I didn't realize it was here, but it is here. I'm glad I left that slot. You want to basically make sure you're... Well, you are... No, actually you already have the strip jungle, don't you? Yeah, you don't need it. I apologize. That's gaslighting right there. You want to place at the back, on top of the wall, 2 rows of chiseled bookshelves extending up. They should face out. And then you'll just place chiseled bookshelves on top of the strip jungle wood as well. Like so. It should be a 4x4. You do want black concrete, which you can fill in the top of this in with. A block above the everything, really. Although don't trap yourself out, like I am about to. There we go. You want to make a pipe with this, and essentially it's going to be in the center, and like in the top right of it, you're going to place black stone stairs facing right. I've trapped myself. In the top left, black stone stairs facing left. So essentially from the underside, it looks flat. You could really use blocks. I guess the direction doesn't technically matter all that much because you can't see it anyway. But underneath those, you want upside down stair rows that face away from each other like so. That is important because that is visible. Between the oak stairs, you'll fill this in with oak fence like so. We can clear our inventory, yes. I do think that is fair. Ooh, I don't have... that'll be fine, surely. You want to get out oak trapdoors, ochre frog lights, cauldron? This will make sense, I swear. Water buckets, black dye, and you want leather, at least for now, you want leather tunic and leather boots. You will also want an armor stand, but we're gonna bypass that technically. So between the front oak stairs here, you want to place ochre frog lights with oak trapdoors on top. Behind the ochre frog lights and between the stairs, you want oak trapdoors off the top half. And then on top of the oak stairs here, you want to come from the back side, and you want to just place 2 oak trapdoors on top of each one, open towards the front. This is insanely annoying, and it's going to be trial and error. So you want to just kind of stand in the center here between the oak trapdoors, and you want to look perfectly out. And it has to be perfectly. And if you want, you could do like this, and then do 90, and just kind of try. And you see I'm looking towards the trapdoor, so it would be opposite of that, which should be 270. I don't mean F11 my Minecraft, which would be like that. And then you can do /summon armor underscore stand tilde 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 again. And then if you press enter, you'll see the armor stand should be pretty much perfectly in the center, and it'll be facing outwards. It's really annoying to do this. I originally, when I did it, did some like teleport to get it exactly centered, as in I teleported myself to the center and did what I just did there with the summon. Like, you can see it's a little bit off, but it's the way the teleporting works in this game, it's a little weird, so I just didn't worry about it with a particular tutorial to make it easier for you guys. You want to place your cauldron on the floor and put water in it and your black dye, and then you can, you know, just click the tunic and boots on that, and it should give you this. If you're in Java, I'm so sorry. I would use netherite armor and I guess gold, but it's not actually perfectly yellow. And then you want to place the boots and the tunic on. And I'm going to clear my inventory, but I will refill the cauldron. And I want to get out the leather cap and leather pants. And you're going to want, I don't even know what I used. I think it was like yellow and light gray. Like, click once with yellow and once with light gray. And then if you put it on, yeah, that looks about right. Maybe I could do another yellow, and no, and then another light gray. I don't know if that changes. Ah, it does change. But yeah, just like one yellow and one light gray in the cauldron, and then it'll give you that. Dies are really weird, but that is the best I could do. I don't have the wrench. I didn't... Actually, I think I made a couple of them, but I didn't make the wrench because, I don't know. You could just place, like, a fence gate or something. It's up to you if you want to try. So, yeah, you want to now get out for the rest of this room. Ochre frog lights. Oak trap doors, we will need those again. That's fine. I'm not really mad. Stripped oak wood, I mean, I'm a little mad. Polished blackstone buttons. Oak hanging signs. I love when it splits up like that. Not really. Mud brick walls. Oak fence gates. Beehives again. And... I don't really know. I guess spruce trap doors. We're just going to kind of go around as we want. So... we'll start still in the same areas we're in right now. To the left and the right, you want to take the row of spruce on either side, and you want to place oak fence gates kind of coming out of the strip jungle wood until you're in line with the final oak stair. Beyond that, you'll place a mud brick wall. Above these, in line with the strip jungle, you'll place a full row of oak fence gates going from front to back, and it should look like this. There's one thing I've forgotten about, so it's probably a good time to do it right now. You can get rid of the oak fence gates, and you want to get out strip spruce logs, and I just completely forgot. But the thing we've done a couple times here, you just want to break various blocks of the floor, and I don't like two next to each other. And you want to, god dang it, you want to fill them in with upward facing strip spruce logs. Now, because we can't do the fill thing, I'm going to show you what I do. Because if we do the fill thing, it's going to screw with this here. Like, you're going to have blocks there. You could still do it and fill that in. My option here is going to be to go under the map. And I'll make sure that I'm, like, there. And then if I'm in line with these two corners, I'm going to fill under everything a row. And I still have to do keep here because I am seeing that there's, you know, obviously the blocks below. But I'll do dirt. Keep, and then I can just fill, go around and fill them from above a row. And yeah, you see all that's fine still. That also allows you to change it later if you look at it and you're like, I feel like I need an extra one, like here or something, you know? I need one there. I can add it then later rather than having to struggle. Nice. The left mud brick wall here on the floor, you want to break the spruce plank below it and also the one to the right and replace them both with beehives facing the same way as the ones on the ceiling. It looks on them towards you, arrow like so. I think it's a pallet, but I don't remember. You want to take the back right-hand corner of the room, and you want to, from this spruce plank, count forward by 3, and on this block, place a stripped oak wood facing front to back, with another one in front. Off the block in front of that, you'll place an oak hanging sign off the wall. And then on top of the oak hanging sign, along with the 2 stripped oak woods, you'll place oak trap doors. Extend block back a block as well. Place polished blackstone buttons off of the stripped oak wood. And then what you want to do from there is head to the front right-hand corner and count left by 1. And you want to place a row of oak trap doors on this block going floor to ceiling, open up against the right. Off of the one at eye level, you'll place an oak trapdoor on the bottom half of that chiseled bookshelf off the wall. Going across the front, you'll place a mud brick wall in the first open block. And then if you kind of keep going and go around this wall, off of the side of this strip jungle pillar, you'll place spruce trapdoors open up against the bottom 2 blocks. Still moving towards that doorway, you'll place a mud brick wall on the next block. And then if you head the rest of the way, you'll place oak trap doors on the 2 spruce planks, a block behind the doorway. I forget if this one falls or not, but I know this one falls. And also, I didn't mention this, but I'll mention it now. In this hallway, there is a bendy cutout that appears, right here. I didn't add it because it's lame, but... yeah, there's a couple that do that throughout the game. They're just, they abide by their own rules. I don't really know. Anyway, looking back at the boris thingy here, you want to take the right half of this, and you want to take the first spruce plank heading towards you, and on this block, place an oak trap door open up against the front. Crouch place off the top of that 2 oak trap doors extending towards you, and that last one you will open up against your original to give you a lowercase n, or a table if that's what you're feeling. On top of that last one, you'll place another oak trap door open the same way as the one below it. Guess what? We're doing that again. There is one in the front left-hand corner. It's a block off of the... Actually, it's in line with this block, I believe. Yeah, you're placing 2 oak trap doors on top of each other, open up against the right in that corner, and then you'll just do the same thing, except you don't place the additional one on this final trapdoor. H. 2 more things we can do with this inventory set, I believe, yes. So, this strip jungle pillar in the center of the room, you're placing oak trap doors off of each side of that top wood. On the right side above the front more stripped oak wood on this little table here, you want to trace it up and break the top stripped oak wood, replace it with an ochre froglight, and then have an oak trap door opened off of it. Clear your inventory and get out item frames, black banners, tripwire hooks, brown banners, composter, oak pressure plate, piglin head, flower pot, and a dead bush. Where are dead bushes? Right there. On this wall, we just place the light off of. If you are looking at it, you're going to place an item frame to the left. Extend it down 1, and then extend this item frame both left 1 and right by 2. Place a black banner in each of them. It spells something. I don't remember what it says. In addition, you're going to place an item frame to the right of this lower row, and then extend that item frame both up and down by 1. Extend the left of this row of 4 left with an item frame, then go down 2 and right 1. Extend this top left item frame left by 1 as well, and that's all. Those item frames don't have anything in them. Direct your attention to the front wall, and if you're looking at the mud brick wall here, you want to count right by 1 and then up by 2 and place a tripwire hook there. If you look to your right, you'll have this blank wall kind of closest to the entrance. On each of the middle 2 stripped oak wood on both the top and bottom rows, you're just placing brown banners off of them like so. Below the, what I'm calling the right half row of brown banners, you'll place an oak pressure plate on the floor. Huh, there's a stripped spruce log under it. That looks kind of cool, actually. Anyway. Direct your attention back to Boris again, and to the right of this mud brick wall on this beehive here, you're placing a piglin head at a little bit of an angle. Is it more than that? It's hard to tell. No, I think that's good. You can actually, I think you can use a pressure plate too. Yeah, you see it moves their ears, but the piglin heads, for some reason, actually, their ears desync, so they'll start flapping differently. I don't understand why. But yeah, you probably, if you watch the time-lapse closely when I did Chapter 3, I did that a couple times, I think, with some of them, just so their ears weren't out. It doesn't really matter that much, but, I was just being a little bit specific with it. To the left of this mud brick wall, you're placing a flower pot with a dead bush in it. Trace that dead bush straight back and place a composter in the corner here with an oak pressure plate on top. Not really in the corner, but it's next to these fence gates. On the wall opposite of the one you just placed the composter off of, it should be a 5-block wall. You'll take the 2nd and 4th stripped oak woods on this bottom row and place tripwire hooks off of them. You can, I think for the last time for this room, clear your inventory and get out black stone walls, oak stairs, candles, and flint and steel, or fire charges, whatever to light the candles with. Doesn't really matter. Also black stained glass pans, I almost forgot those. We'll start with those, because they're kind of a small detail that you don't actually need, but it looks cool. If you take the front left oak fence, above Boris, you're placing a black stained glass pane below it. You're also placing one back diagonally right from that. If you have troubles placing this first one, you can go into electrify mode if you have one and just kind of go right here. Or you could alternatively stand below this and do the /fill or /set block. But make sure that whatever that coordinate is, that y is increased by 1. So if it's 38 per se, it would be 39. And for me, it'd be 52. But mine's a little bit off, so I think that also helps. I don't think it'll matter because he should be low enough, but if it does happen. On the back left wall, you want to take the bottom row of stripped oak wood, and off the middle 3, place blank stone walls. The final thing in this room, actually there's 2 things left in this room. On either mud brick wall here to the sides of Boris, you're placing candles lit on fire. The final thing, off of this stripped jungle pillar, you're taking the bottom 3 ones. The one in the left wall, you're going to place upside down oak stairs facing forward off of it. Behind those, you're placing upside down oak stairs facing back. I love placing these so much. Nice, that is this room done. The next room is a little bit larger, so we're going to try to get as much as we can. I do realize we're 30 minutes in already, but we're just going to try to at least get like the layout of this room done, and then that'll kind of set us up to be able to finish this room, do the projector room, and, you know, when we'll be done, and it'll actually split nicer if we have next part going for the bottom area. So you want to start by getting out for this room chiseled bookshelves, stripped jungle wood, stripped oak wood, oak planks, beehives, and what else? There's definitely more that we could get. We'll go ochre frog lights just because they'll be nice. Oak trapdoors, block of coal, I suppose, and black stained glass paints. That'll work. So if we take the door, like if we just leave this room through the door on the left here, you want to take the strip jungle in front. And, oh, we do need, I didn't even realize it was there. It's hiding. You want to extend this strip jungle wood, though, to the left with 5 chiseled bookshelves, and then a strip jungle wood facing up. You'll then extend towards you with 5 oak planks, and then extend left with also 5. Then place a strip jungle wood facing up, then 5 chiseled bookshelves, and then a strip jungle wood facing up again. Extend forward with 3 chiseled bookshelves, and you should end with a strip jungle wood facing up, which will connect into the oak there. From the opposite side, I would advise... no, it's fine, whatever. From the opposite side of the doorway, you want to take the 3rd chiseled bookshelf over, and you want to extend this one back with 4 chiseled bookshelves. I'm going to have these face along the wall because I feel like this is double layered here for this room, but I think it's single layered. It might be double, I don't remember. You'll then place a strip jungle wood facing up. These aren't in line, that's fine. And then 4 oak planks, strip jungle wood facing up. Then you want to go with 7 chiseled bookshelves, a gap of 1 chiseled bookshelf, and then a strip jungle wood facing up. Instead of giving you some unnecessarily long number, I want to head back to the door that we started from over here on the right, and I'll take this strip jungle wood behind it, and I'll extend it across with 5 chiseled bookshelves, strip jungle wood facing up, and then from there you want to go all the way across and connect together with oak planks. Every single oak plank you can bring up by 3, and you should probably know the other drills. Now, the gap in the wall over here is for a one of the little cracks in the wall, so do keep that in mind. But yeah, each oak plank and strip jungle wood you'll bring up by 3, and then the chiseled bookshelves you'll bring up with 3 stripped oak wood. Yeah, we'll try to get, like, most of the important stuff done in this room, as in just not the, like, furnishing, but I'm just mentioning really the walls when I say that. And like the floor and ceiling and a couple minor details. But I don't want to do the whole thing. That's kind of lame. I'm going to leave like the surrounding blocks of that hole open, and then we'll worry about that in a little bit. I was looking for it, and I was like, I guess there isn't one in this room, and then I saw it later because it's kind of hiding back there. Fill in the floor with oak planks. Should be familiar. I don't want to go too long with these parts either, because I am trying to Twitch stream after this, but I guess you never know. Although probably if you're members, you're probably getting this late because of said Twitch stream, but that's okay. Sometimes it do be like that. Even though I started recording early so I could have time, but, you know. Win some, you lose some. You should have this. As for the ceiling, it's kind of framed. Now, you want to take the stripped jungle wood on the left here, like to the left of the entrance, and you're going to extend them up by one and then over. Maybe they'll connect to something, maybe they won't, as in to another stripped jungle. Don't really think over too hard either way. As for the ones on the front wall of this room, which would be the one that we actually will connect to there, and then these two others, you're extending these back with stripped jungle wood until they connect into the back wall, pretty much. They'll likely not connect. I know this right one will, but the other two won't. So it'll look like this. That same furthest right one, you'll extend this left with stripped jungle, and it should just go all the way through and connect into the left wall to a non-existent pillar. And you'll kind of notice, if you place it on top of the walls as well, it'll give you some fairly similarly sized shapes. Not everything is consistent, but they're about the same. The only point I want to mention here is between the line going left to right and the, I guess, first full line going front to back here on the right. It's this one right here, this intersection point. You are extending this one down to the ground with stripped jungle wood like so. Essentially, it's where these two oak walls are kind of connected to. The rest of the ceiling is filled in with beehives facing the same direction as every other beehive. And yeah. I am just kind of ignoring the hole in the wall for a sec. Probably the last thing we do, actually. How's that sound? No, I think we actually have to do it before we can do the ink over there, because I feel like the ink and it kind of disrupt one another. Or at least we have to get the hole marked before we do it. Do we? I'll check. Okay, I feel like we might. I don't know anymore. It's a guessing game, a very elaborate one, but a guessing game nonetheless. You should have this. No, we actually don't need it. I mean, no, we don't. So, as for the lights, you want to take the front right-hand corner of, like, the middle layer out of the three going forward. It's this kind of this corner right here. And from this beehive, you'll count back diagonally left by one. Ochre frog light in the ceiling with an oak trap door underneath. There are two more lights, and if you head all the way left, or just left two panels from that, you'll be on this one, and you want to be in the front right one. Count back one, ochre frog light, oak trap door there. You'll then count back diagonally right a panel, and you want to be in the center of this one. And out of the two center blocks going front to back, you'll take the frontmost one and do the same thing with. The stripped jungle pillar here in the center of the room, you'll place oak trapdoors off each side of the top. On the left wall, where the stripped jungle pillar goes across, you want to count back by one, and this stripped oak wood at the top will become a block of coal. The beehive to the right of it will also be a block of coal, and then the beehive behind that one will be a block of coal as well. Place a black stained glass pane under each of those blocks of coal, and the front pane can be brought down an additional one. You'll then trace that down and replace the oak plank in the floor with a block of coal. So, there is like a bunch of trapdoors being used here. Wow, I stepped on that pressure plate probably. But there's a lot of trapdoors being used in this room. We're just not going to worry about them yet. I just want to get the hole done, and then we're probably going to end the part. So you want to get out oak slabs, oak stairs, black concrete, barriers, and oak sides. And I guess stripped oak wood again if you didn't fill it in entirely. So again, you want to place an oak slab between these two chiseled bookshelves. On top of the left one, you'll place an upside down oak stair facing right. Oh man. And from the right chiseled bookshelf, you'll place 2 stripped oak wood moving up, and then an upside down oak stair facing the left, moving across. Fill in the rest with stripped oak wood. Cover up the back of this with black concrete. Surely. There we go. Barrier in the center. Oak sign off the barrier and stairs only. We don't go right here because there's trapdoors, as I mentioned. And actually, this sign will probably get changed later. Essentially, there's an oak trap door where this is for a chair, and the sign will be off the inside of it instead. But we'll worry about that in next part, because, again, we're not building that detail, so that kind of gets weird to try to implement that without the knowledge we need. But anyway, once you're done that, ladies and gentlemen, that is part... what part are we on anymore? I want to say 9. Part 9 of Bendy and the Ink Machine Chapter 1 complete. Hopefully next part we'll be able to finish the entire top, like, area, and then we'll just have, like, the lower part done, which shouldn't be too long. I did, like, most of that in one day when I originally built this, so, I mean, I'm not really overly concerned. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video, have a fantastic rest of your day or night, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.